Hey guys, welcome back. It's mid-September. We're going to do a little bit of fall harvest, see what we have left in the garden, start picking all of that, start getting ready to preserve and put all that stuff away. We have Griffin's garden up front that we're going to completely clear out. Once we clear that out, we'll amend the soil and get some fall plants in there as decoration for the front. We'll be visiting a orchard and a pumpkin farm probably in the next coming weeks with the boys, and we'll pick out pumpkins for the front. We also got a little bit of an event going on tomorrow. We're heading out to the Holy Hill Craft Fair, so you'll see some videos from that coming up in the near future as well. But today we're going to focus on trying to see what we can harvest, see how much longer we think the garden's going to run based on what we have available, what's still coming in. I know I was out there a couple days ago and we have a ton of ghost peppers and Carolina Reapers, so we have a lot of hot peppers to pick and see what we're going to do with that. I'll keep you guys updated on all of that, but let's get started with Griffin's garden. You can see everything's died back pretty good. Overall, everything seems to be doing really well even still. We have a lot of stuff that we need to harvest, but it doesn't look like some of this stuff is slowing down at all. We did have some late plantings in here. We have some squash that came in. This was all later stuff that we planted. It seems to be doing pretty good. The zucchini, however, doesn't appear to be really producing much. It seems to have been taken over by our squash, but we'll go dig through there. Our green beans, looks like they were overrun with Japanese beetles. We did our best to minimize this damage, but they really went to town. But it doesn't seem to matter. It looks like we still have a ton of green beans left to pick on here. You see we got quite a few okra. We got 1, 2, maybe about 3 okra that might be ready to go here soon. So we're gonna let this keep going and try to see how long this will last. We got this into the ground a lot later than what we originally anticipated. So this is something that will start up next year a lot sooner. One of our keystone. I'm looking at a lot of these tomatoes. A lot of them looks like they've split, or they got a little too much water. They've fallen off the vine, or just started to get eaten away and rotted. I'm picking a lot right now, but there's still a lot of green stuff and still a lot of stuff that's coming in. Now I made some cowboy candy the other day, and I'm hoping to get enough to make another batch because it did not last nearly as long as we anticipated. The one batch I made using about 30 something jalapenos is already almost gone. And it looks like we're flowering again for our jalapenos, so maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe this will keep going and we can get another harvest out of it. I doubt it, but even if it does look like it's starting to happen, maybe we'll dig some of these up and move them inside. See if we can keep them going. We have 36 jalapenos, so we got more than we did in the last batch. These are poblanos are still coming in. Looks like we don't have anything else for growth on our purple. We have a ton of banana peppers. I pickled those as well. We went through a lot of those. So I'm gonna pull the bananas as well. We'll throw some of our hot peppers into those and make some spicy banana peppers, because these are a mild variety. This is a red mercury bell pepper. Still waiting for a lot of these to start turning. They're just on the verge. We're gonna leave some of these in here. Looks like we got some yellows, some purples that are just starting to come in. These are red mercury, so these are the red ones, and these are just starting to turn red. More banana peppers and the cayennes. We're gonna get as many of the cayennes as we can off. I am gonna pick most of the bananas, but I am gonna leave some on here for the boys. Leave a couple on the inside that they can come in and pick and snack on. So I'll leave a couple. And the last over here that we're gonna pick are our cayennes. We're gonna get most of these out, and we're gonna start drying these and make our own red pepper flakes. this cayenne pepper variety are heavy producers. I ended up planting like 3 or 4 of them, and that was completely overkill. I will be doing a review on what I did this year and kind of the ups and downs, what worked and what didn't work at the end of the season. And I can tell you that we learned a lot planting a garden this size. This is our first year with having everything done and try to have some sort of a plan. And I definitely went overboard on planting in the varieties. We will be narrowing that down next year and planting only certain things. And I can tell you with certainty, with cayenne peppers, I don't know if we'll even need to plant cayenne peppers next year because we're going to have so much dried. I mean, I'm not even done with this plant, and I have 2 more inside. At the end of the season is right when all of our Scotch bonnets all start to ripen almost all at once. We get a few here and there that we can use in a lot of our pickling, but it's at the end of the year, end of the season, where everything comes in, and we are never certain what we're going to do with all of it. Everything else on here still has to ripen. That's just one of our 3 pots of Scotch bonnets. I can see inside here, those are all ghost peppers. I probably got a half dozen of ghost peppers. I didn't even finish picking all of our cayennes. And then we've got on the other side our reapers. I got a bunch of those. They're coming in as well. Now here's where we have to be careful. I want to pull out some of the reapers and use those. And it looks like I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 that are ready, and a lot more that are just getting to size. So I'll pull those 6, and I'm going to keep those separate from everything else because I don't want to mix those up with a Scotch bonnet, because once you start looking at it, they look real close. The big thing here is the reapers have got the little tail on the end. And it looks like our ghost peppers are starting to come in, starting to turn red, but they're just not quite there yet. So we're gonna give them another couple days or a week. It's supposed to warm up this weekend, so hopefully that'll help. You can see on the inside they're starting to come in, just a little later than what we anticipated. So what we can try to do is once the season comes and we start to get frost, I'll start pulling those and hopefully they'll ripen inside. I'm fairly certain they'll start to turn red. I'm just not sure how hot they'll actually get. So we'll pull them, we'll let them turn red inside and we'll see what happens. Still getting quite a few cucumbers over here, but a lot of them are just not getting to them in time. They're turning yellow. We're just not getting out here fast enough to pick everything. Now we haven't touched much on this, but this is our potato area, and we got our purple potatoes, red potatoes, and our Yukon Gold. So I'm going to sift through all of these, pull all of our potatoes, load them up, and then I'll start curing them. Gotta be a faster way for doing this. I think what I'm going to do is I got an open area over here. I'll dump and sort. So I planted 3 potatoes, and this is what I got. Not quite the yield I was hoping for. Hopefully the other ones we do a little bit better. Again, this is another one I planted, I think 3 or 4. Yukon Gold. Did I successfully grow potatoes? Yes. Did I grow them well? Well, these turned out good. Did I grow enough to last us the winter? Not even close. If I were to take out what I actually planted something like that split, probably take that out. This is what I have as a show of reward. So that yielded this. tripled in size or tripled the amount, but in the end, is it worth it? Probably not. So I did something wrong. So I got to figure out what I need to do better to make this work, because I'd like to grow enough potatoes that I can last myself all of winter, because we eat a lot of potatoes. So if I can help myself out and grow a lot more, I will. We'll cure these for a little bit, and then we'll probably eat these over the next coming weeks, so to make sure they don't go to waste. Guys, so that is it for today. We are about 3 weeks from our first frost, so we have some time to finally get everything out and get everything trimmed down for the winter. But we are not done. We will be coming back out here and harvesting over the next couple weeks. We do have a lot of stuff that's right on the border of turning and ripening, so we're gonna wait for that. And then once we get close, if it starts getting colder sooner than we expect, what we'll come out here and do is we'll harvest everything. We'll move it downstairs, just let everything come to ripen down there. We did that last year. We were able to make salsa right at the end of the year. I think it was like the end of October, early November, we can make salsa. So we'll end up doing something like that with whatever we have left over. Now I'm really curious about the heat of the reapers that will be ripened inside, and whether or not they will maintain the same heat when they ripen up inside. So what we'll do is, that might be an experiment that we'll try. But that's going to be based on my opinion, not any sort of actual chemical test. So that will probably require me eating a ripened reaper now and then eating a ripened reaper later. So I'll have to do that, and I'll do that as a video short probably in the next coming weeks, see how that turns out. But if you have any questions or comments or concerns, please leave them in the comment section below, and that's going to be it. So thanks to everyone for watching, and we'll see you soon.